Hey guys, good morning. Well, it'll be afternoon by the time I upload this, but good morning anyway. It's a little after 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, I just now woke up. I was up on the phone with Mom for a bit. I haven't talked to her for a few days on the phone, and we were up till like almost 3 in the morning talking. Of course, we were, typical me and typical Mom. Because I was busy with the show, because if I can get my words out, like Narquise says, I'm a DJ, so I was, doing a lot of stuff with the show. Well, the problem is I keep running into snafus, and so yesterday I decided, you know what, since I'm not doing the show for a few days again, I won't do it till next week. Again, another week to wait to debut. I'll just start putting the vlogs together and start getting them caught up. So I'm doing this early. I'm doing this one first, and then I'm going to start putting up the vlogs that I've had for a bit and haven't been able to catch up because of the weather, because of the internet situation, because of all the other stuff that you'll see on those other vlogs. So anyway, I need to get my caffeine. So let's go out and make some coffee, shall we? And I stepped on a kitty tail because he just lays there on the ground and almost trips me. Thanks, cat. Now, hopefully you're not in the way when I go to do this. Now, sir. And of course, you'll hear my knight. He's in the dark forest. Uh-oh. I have to move this onto the thing over here. Because I have to move the Keurig out. Come on out here, mister. Oops, I need to get some water. Need to put some agua in this thing. Sit that in there. Then I'll have to find the daggum cup. Because I don't know where the cup is. Whoops. I have to figure out where the cup is because yeah, I have to find where the cup is because the cup is not where I put it. Okay. Thank you for doing that in the daylight, not at nighttime. Ugh. Fucking fuego, pardon my language. I hate the dragon. I'm gonna be honest with you. It triggers bad memories for me. Some people enjoy having a dragon. I hate it. Okay, I'll be point blunt. I hate the dragon. Oops. I absolutely cannot stand the freaking dragon. Thank you. All right. Doing my go-to again, as I always do. Really? You're kidding. I hope you did not unplug that. Yes, god dang it. Why did you unplug that? You didn't need to unplug the Keurig, dear. Shit. I hate when they do that because now I have to try to fight with it to get it to power back on. God dang it. Now I have to wait for a minute, you guys, because they powered the Keurig off by unplugging it. I told them to unplug the charger, not the Keurig, and they unplugged the Keurig. Don't unplug the Keurig. Don't. Because now I have to fight with the damn thing. Shit. Now I gotta get this damn thing back to where it was because they unplugged it for the... Just use one plug, peeps. Just unplug one and plug the other one in. Because I had it perfectly where I could... Great. Just grating it great. There we go. Oh, shit. I hate when they do that, though. I really do. I hate when they unplug something and then I have to fight with the technology to plug it back in. I'm gonna have to get more butterscotch and caramel K-Cups. Yeah. Okay. And part 2. Oh, don't cry. And let me tell you, this kitchen, you guys, smells like a coffee house because I have the espresso beans sitting on the counter because I don't know where else to put them. So, yeah, I'm doing my typical mix because that's my go-to. I'm going to probably have to stop doing that for a bit, start drinking a lot of more pumpkin spice because I've got a lot more of those. And until I can get more butterscotch, and I think I'm wanting to say next month I get more butterscotch, but I have to wait to get more caramel macchiato. So. Sorry. It's cold outside and I have to get some hot on my hands. No! No! No bees! No, no, no! There you go, mister. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put a little bit of, I'm gonna do something a little different. If I like this, I'm going to make this on the coffee channel. And if I like this, I'm blaming Robin because she's the one that does a lot of mixtures of 2 creamers at once. So if I like this one, I'm gonna blame Robin. Because Robin's the one that taught me to be this crazy. I was already crazy, but I never thought of mixing creamers. So yeah, this one's Robin's fault because I mixed 2 different creamers. I mixed vanilla and caramel. And I'm gonna message my SSA too while I'm out here and go, you know, I gotta take responsibility for something that's all my fault. Because basically I told them, they always ask me what to get me for Christmas. And I gave them the freedom to do something. But I gave them the leeway to get me some weird coffee flavors. So I'm going to see if they'll get me something really unique this year. Who knows? So yeah, I gave the company the leeway to do something crazy. So that is all my fault. And one thing I learned from Leader Dog, they always say take responsibility for something that's your fault, that you know is your fault. No, this is my fault. But the thing I don't like is when people make me take responsibility for stuff that's their fault. Now that's where there's a problem with that. Because I'm not going to take responsibility, even though I get made to. I always get made to take responsibility for stuff that's everybody else's fault. If it's something I can control, then that's one thing. Now I'm going to message her real quick, because I want to see what she says. So I'm going to message her real quick. And I'm going to carry this in here real quick. Hold on 1 minute. And then I'm going to message Kate and tell her I'm in trouble. Ha ha ha. Just for the fun of it. And then I'll bring the coffee in and chat for a while. All right. Good morning, comma, Kate, period, oh Lord, comma, I'm in trouble now, period, LOL, period. The company always asks me every year what they can get me for Christmas, and I just gave them the freedom to do something very off the wall, period. I wanted to let you know what I told them because I figured you'd get a good laugh at this, period. I told them they could get me some far out flavors of coffee or creamers for my YouTube channel, period. Oh boy, period. You know they're going to have fun with that one, period. Here we go. I just sent it to her, so let's see what she says. All right, I'm bringing in a big cup of coffee. Ah, man. Last night, you're going to see that, of course, today as one of the ones I did for today. I'm going to add that one. So there's going to be several vlogs going up today to try to catch up somewhat. You're going to see some stuff from the Ukraine that we didn't get uploaded in time because of the schedule and everything. And like I said, that's probably going to happen sometimes, and that's unavoidable because of how tired I'll probably be. So I will definitely do that. So that's what'll happen. It'll probably, but I will always warn you if that does happen, so you're not going, what? So anyway, I've got a few that I need to upload yet, but this one will go up first to tell you guys that they're not necessarily flashbacks, they're just old vlogs that need to be uploaded today. So that'll be done today. Christy's will be done today. I will get her updated. And let's see, Far Out World is going to be updated. I have to get one more song for that one. So Far Out World's going to be updated. And then once I get the song written for that, so yeah. I'm looking forward to doing that. But I'm looking forward to getting all this stuff uploaded today. So like I said, it'll be this one first, and then it'll be some older ones that were just like a few days old, like a week old. And then tomorrow I will come back on and explain about the flashbacks, because I do have all the flashbacks from Virginia finally put together and recorded. So yay. And Mom was like, she loves it because we're doing something different than they are. Because it's a lot easier for her to do it the way she's doing it. But for me, it's different. I like to do something different. That way, because in the past, I always got accused of copying her and vice versa. People that used to troll us, which we don't have to worry about that here, prayerfully. And so I try to always do something different than she does, because that way there's nobody that can say that's what happens. Because, yeah, it was bad. And I mean, I know that people are like, that's what you got to deal with online. You shouldn't have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to deal with people putting you down for what you love to do. They love to do certain things too. They might have some quirky things they'd like to do too, and they wouldn't like it if somebody trolled them. So, we just, we love positivity over here and over on our Special Awesome family. And on Far Out World and on Christy's Happy Place and Fun Times with Daniel. And, all the other channels that we have combined. ASMR from a blindness perspective, The Blind Coffee Man, Truly Blessed with Special Needs. All those channels, we don't put up with that. We don't like that. Nick and Bros vlogs. No. Positivity is the key. Because, people with disabilities, as they call us. Now, my friend Crystal, a different Crystal that is, goes, they're not disabilities, they're different abilities. And I use the word disability first on purpose. They're not disabilities, they're different abilities. I like that. So there you go, Mom. We don't have disabilities, we have different abilities. I love that. Tell Nana and Papa that one. But yeah. Yeah, Crystal said that. My friend Crystal, she's awesome. We're about the same age. I'm a little bit older than she is. Mm. But, yeah. And I'm going to try to get all of this uploaded today. I got to put another one together and run it too. That was done last night because Christy's just upset over not being able to debut. It's just eating her alive. And Christy is one of these kids that she is always so loving, so kind, so gentle. You know, she puts her anger aside and her happiness aside for others, to help others. Like yesterday, she was really upset. And her uncle had a meltdown. And her Uncle Jamie are like, inseparable. She loves her Uncle Jamie. I mean, if she had to, which Christy doesn't, but if she had to pick a favorite, that'd probably be the one, him and Daniel. She loves her Uncle Jamie. I mean, they are just like two peas in a pod. And if he's having a problem, she is right there with him. And mom sometimes will walk with them, but she'll like follow them and just watch them. I mean, because it's something about her, mom watches and films it, but she just goes with him and just takes him, walks with him. Mom went with them yesterday and basically was filming it. She just, mind you, this kid was upset. She was angry because she didn't get to do her thing, do the show this week with me. And when she don't get to do something with her mommy, it pisses her off. I'm going to flat out say it. It makes this kid mad. But she won't show it. She tries to hold it in. And I told her, I said, look, just because your channel is named Christy's Happy Place does not mean you have to hold in and tell them, look, there are times when I'm not happy, but I still do what I have to do. You're going to have some rants. There's a few of them that I have to put up for her where she kind of was ranting a little bit, and, she has the right to. She's, yes, she's happy, but she masks it too much, where she doesn't get her emotions out when she should. And that's not good. And I'm trying to tell her, look, Christy, just because you're putting on a happy face does not mean you don't get upset, you don't get angry. You've got to show that more often. Because you do get angry and you hold it in, and that's not good. Because I told her, I said, honey, you could hold it in too much and then snap at the wrong one. You don't want to do that. You want to get it out. Even if it's on your channel, just let your anger out and go from there, honey. So Narquise took her out. Last night, which you'll see that today, as well as some other ones. So we'll see what happens. I'll get that uploaded today and some others as well. So, yeah. And I'll probably, before doing anything else, after I do this one, I'll definitely probably get something to eat, and then I'll be Upload City this afternoon. After I eat, I'm going to make that song for the Far Out World of Coffee Creations, and because I liked the idea behind the one, but it just, some of it was way out there, and it's not stuff I would have drank, and I'm like, ooh, ugh. Yeah, it was gross. Didn't yesterday one of them say something about putting pickles in your espresso machine? Yeah, it was gross. I'm like, ew, no, you are not putting no damn pickles in my coffee, thank you. Oh, hell no. Yuck, ew, it was gross. That's just gross, ew, ugh. That's just sick. I know, right? Ugh, ew, ugh. Christy was even gagging. Yuck. Oh, God, no. No pickles in my coffee either. Ew. But, yeah, ugh. That's just gross. I know, right? Yuck. Ew. That is just nasty. Ew. I know. Ugh. So Mom is going to enjoy a bunch of vlogs today. She's going to be going down a rabbit hole. And the other two that I have that are up there, I'm probably going to put them with the flashbacks or just upload them after the flashbacks. Because they were about 3 months old. Oops. I didn't get them because I was in Virginia, so yeah, I'll probably put those up with the flashbacks actually. Because, yeah. And I do hope you guys enjoy the new way I'm doing this. Because, like I said, I didn't want to take out Eternal Love because that song there's a lot of memories behind it. And there's a lot of memories behind Eternal Love, and I love that song a lot. So I didn't want to remove it because, it is a great song. But I also wanted to include Suno because that app has done a lot for me therapeutic-wise. And so that's why I moved Eternal Love in between me and Narquis's segments. So, like, there'll be times where Royal Hunting Company again. But there'll be times where I'll start a vlog, then send it over to Keys, and vice versa. So on, some of our Thanksgiving vlogs, you'll see them split. Like next week, you'll see it split. I'm going to do breakfast. He's going to do the supper. Now, of course, virtually I'll be helping him with the supper because, of course, I always make corn bake every year, which is something I love to do in the real world, but the problem is I don't have the means to do it this year, unfortunately, which sucks because I miss my corn bake. I haven't had corn bake physically for a couple years now, which is a recipe that my family did. And of course, I'll be making Kool-Aid pie, so he'll be getting me the ingredients to do that as well. So yeah, but he'll be doing a Thanksgiving shopping, and so we'll go from there. And I'll talk about some stuff, and we'll go from there. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do some stuff this year. It's gonna be fun, and like I said, we enjoy ourselves, so we're gonna have the cinnamon toast crunch bacon and hash browns for breakfast and some other stuff. I'm gonna virtually be making more stuff. So, but physically, you'll just hear the hash browns and the cinnamon. Actually, I might be making French toast sticks too. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Forgot about those. So yeah. Yum. I love this go-to. I tell ya, I love it. This is like my go-to flavor. And I'm going to be sad when it goes away and I don't have any more. So I got to definitely keep my butterscotch and my caramel macchiato K-cups in stock. So I'm going to have to go to other things for now. I'm going to have to do my cinnamon cinnamon vanilla. Thank you, Narquis. Jeez. And then my other, I don't know what the hell the other one is. I'll have to have Lisa tell me tomorrow what it is because I don't remember. There's a cinnamon vanilla and then there's another cinnamon something. I forget the other one. So I'll have to drink those up. And you'll have to do your instant one too to show them what you do when you don't have. Oh, when I don't have K-Cups, when I didn't have a Keurig? Yeah. Even though you don't really like instant, you'll have to show them that. Yeah. Because you got lots of instant coffee too, so you can save your K-Cups. Yeah. Unless I absolutely need to go to for some reason. But, yeah. But, yeah, I have a lot of stuff to get to on Far Out World, so if I feel like drinking another cup later, I'll probably do a pumpkin spice taste test for that. Because like I said, I've got to get it caught up too. I haven't, because that was supposed to start 2 weeks ago and hasn't. I've got at least 3 and I've got to get a couple more done for it, so I'm trying to catch it back up. I think I have 3 done. And I'm probably going to do a 4th one just to tell about the new intro and outro. Because I did mention on the one it was a funky jazz one. Not quite. That's the one that I said had some weird combos that I'm going, no. I like Far Out combos, but some of those it said, ew. That wasn't the one with the pickles and the espresso, though. No, that was a different one. Ew. Ew. That was just gross. Yeah, that was just flat out sickening. Even Rocky's probably going, ew, no. Rocky Mom is probably sitting there, ugh, pickles in coffee, ew. Yeah, I'm far out, but not that far out. Hey, Alonza Harris, if you're listening, want pickles in your coffee? Ew. I doubt it, but you know. Alonzo's probably sitting there going, ew, heck no. Exactly. He's probably going, what the heck? Pickles in coffee? No. I know how Alonza talks. I can emulate Alonza pretty well. But yeah, Far Out is actually the sister channel to the Blind Coffee Man. Because, like I said, Alonza loved it. He loved the fact that I wanted to do that because he's like, you do weirder stuff than I do. He says, I like different flavors, but he goes, you're the one that does more of the combination type thing. So you do that because that would be cool for people to see what crazy stuff you come up with. And let me tell you, I love doing this. It's fun. You know, people see this. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody all of a sudden tells you to be a barista. That would be different. I wouldn't be expecting that one. That'd be yikes. Because then I would have to learn how to run an espresso machine, and yeah. This one in here, I don't think would be possible. But there are some that probably are possible. I don't know. I know Mom's got some friends that run there, so mine's just probably really complex, and that's why. Besides the fact that it gets really extremely hot. But personally, if I did do it, hypothetically speaking, Robin, not literally, if you're watching this, if I did learn it, I would do what I do at the Hamilton Beach. If I was to, let's say, not necessarily this one, but if I was to learn one, I wouldn't touch it when it's steaming like that. No. I would let it sit in there for a minute and let it cool the hell off. I will not, even the Hamilton Beach, I will not touch it when it's like extremely hot. And my joke is, if that thing could talk, it'd bitch me out if I tried to do that shit. Like, no, you are not touching me. I'm hot. Back up. I know you want your caffeine, but no, I'm not letting you. I could see it doing that. I could see Psycho doing it worse, though. Yeah. And yes, that is the name of my espresso machine. It's nicknamed Psycho after the character in Crisis. So yeah, that name did stick. Robin loved it. As you'll see if you follow me on Far Out World, you'll actually see it. You won't see her say it, but she loved that name when I said, she goes, it fits it. But if I did run one, hypothetically, Robin, if you're watching, if I did run one, honey, all I would do is let it sit there and let it cool the hell down before I even did it. Even if I have to reheat it up or make it into iced lattes or something, that's what I would do. I wouldn't touch it when it's steaming hot anyway. I refuse to do that. Now, the Keurig, as you saw at the beginning of the video, I grabbed the K-Cups out of there pretty quick because you have to do the mix. Normally, I don't do that either, unless I absolutely have cold fingers and I want to have something warm on my hand, which I did. That's another reason I did it. Because that's not too bad. That's not, I mean, it's hot, but not like extremely, like steamy. Most of the time, I let it cool down a little bit before I take the K-Cup out, but when I do the mix like I do, I mix in the butterscotch and the caramel macchiato both. So when I do that, then I go from there. So but it's exciting to get to do that, to get to entertain and show off some of my creations. And you know, it is fun. I won't lie, it is fun. And that one's not an everyday channel. That is technically a 3-day a week if I can handle it. If not, I'll go back to like maybe 2 or 1 video a week, because you know, not all channels are every day. If I did, for example, my meditation one that I want to do, I've even thought about, if that doesn't work out, I've even thought about doing it on another channel. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to change it. I don't know yet. So, yeah. But I would love, love, love to do something like that. So, yeah. Oh, I tell you. It's been crazy this week trying to get things done and trying to get things uploaded. And for this, like I said, I'm going to be uploading a few today. I'm going to try to get several of them that I have recorded, uploaded. Because I had to put them together yesterday with the new format. And some of them, I actually had to record some endings for those to get it to work right. So, yeah. And they are, like I said, they're for the last couple of weeks when I've been busy. Working on show stuff, working on other things, and aggravating Mother Nature and being aggravated by Mother Nature. Yeah. Being haunted by a certain little town. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. And this was no fault of my own, really. It was actually, I watched one video, and this is the problem. If you don't, and I actually wanted to see it. The only reason I wanted to see it is because this man was really, really graphic. He is really, really, really descriptive. And I'm going to call out another storm chaser. I called out Brandon Kopic already, which Brandon Kopic is a badass dude, and so is Freddie McKinney. I mentioned him on one of the ones I think I'm going to upload today, besides this one, but I'm doing it on this one too. That way you'll see it twice. But basically, Freddie McKinney is very, very good at what he does. He is very descriptive, very detailed, describes these storms like nobody's business, man. And what makes it really cool is that he's doing this in the field. He's describing these twisters. I mean, okay, I know this sounds weird to say this. I knew what a tornado was, but to get a good description of what one looks like is like pulling teeth. Especially with my bio family, they were not good at, oh, it's a black cloud, it's this, that, that's that. No, it's a lot more than that. And Freddie McKinney, and I got to make a comment on one of his videos and tell him this. Freddie McKinney does a hell of a good job at describing what these storms look like. Because there's different types of them. Okay, there's different types of tornadoes. There's multi-vortex, there's wedge, there's all these different things. And you know, like I said before, I love to learn about weather patterns. I love to learn about different things weather-wise. Call me weird, I am. I'll admit it. But to get a description of these monsters, I mean, and yeah, I'm saying monsters because they are freaking monsters. There's some of them that are just freaking monsters. Now, there are some that are smaller, but at the same time, you know, to actually get descriptions of these massive things is like, whoa. Because he's describing them while he's chasing them. And he's like, you know, but then also he does these videos of shortened versions of it and pulls clips from his chases. For example, and this is the town she was talking about that's haunting me on YouTube now. There was one last March of 2023 in Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Trigger warning. Before I get into details. If you're from there, I apologize. But there was a tornado that hit there, an EF4. And they were watching it. Freddie was one of them that was watching it. I believe the south side of it. He was on the south side of the town watching this twister come in. And, you know, he was describing this thing in detail. What it looked like, what it was doing, everything. Another channel that does that very well is Tornado TRX. If you're into, like I said, if you're into weather like this. Me and Mom are, so yeah, we're crazy like that. But we're not into the tragedy part of it. We're into the descriptions of what's going on. That's what we like to learn. We like learning the terms. We like learning about weather. We're not into this before somebody thinks we're crazy that we're into the tragedy side of things. No, we're not. We don't dig that. We're into learning what these things are capable of, what they look like, things like that. Anyway, so we were watching this, and again, I had watched that video. Well, one thing you got to learn about YouTube, if you don't want to learn about something, whether it's a happy thing, a sad thing, or whatever, don't watch the video in the first place. Because once you do, for example, the Rolling Fork tornado, if I did not want to listen to Freddie's video, I shouldn't have done it. Why? Because YouTube is going to find more videos on it and show it to you. Which can be a good thing or a bad thing. It can be a good thing in the sense of you might find more people who are good at describing things, but it's a bad thing because you know it's a sad event. So it's both, in a sense, a blessing and a curse. But anyway, so there was another video. That's how I found Tornado TRX, because they talked about it. And that thing, and this is why I said trigger warning, that EF4 monster destroyed that town in 3 minutes flat. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Mother Nature's fury at its worst. Woof. And like, we were watching, and Mom could tell you that this is why I say I don't do it for the tragedy purpose, because I will go off the handle. We were watching Max Velocity Severe Weather Center one afternoon when that tornado outbreak happened in Oklahoma. This was in the afternoon of that day. Now, of course, there was the stuff at nighttime, and I was actually up watching it in the dead of night. Now, mind you, I had no idea Max was even up, recording or going live, right? I was recording A Match Made in Heaven at the exact same time. Okay, so I didn't see it at the very beginning. But as soon as I saw that he was live, you bet your Bunsen burr, I was in there watching it. Because Mom has friends in Oklahoma. So my ass was on there watching because Mom told me. And so I was up. I don't know Mom's friend, but you damn better believe I was watching it. Because I would have fucking called her, pardon my language. I would have called Mom and said, get that friend of yours now. I'm one of these, if I know, for example, that you have friends in Oklahoma, Nebraska, any place like that that can be tornado deadly, I will be watching stuff and saying, okay, this is in your area, go. That's the way I am. When it's severe weather, I am like watching it like a hawk. For example, when Hurricane Helene hit, I was watching it because I have friends in Florida. I have, family in Florida. And I'm like, oh, hell no, Helene, you stay away from them, girl. I had friends in Carolina where she did hit as well. That sadly, we lost contact. But I still, was worried about her. I mean, I found out she was okay after about a month or so. But it was like, damn. Because I hadn't heard from her in going on a year now. Hell, I don't even know when the last time was I even spoke to the girl. But I was like, damn. And that was not my fault. That was actually my phone's fault, because that was the thing I told you guys about where basically it was almost like everybody had gotten blocked on my phone, but they didn't. And I couldn't text Android phones. I could text iPhones. I could FaceTime an iPhone. But if an iPhone tried to actually call me, it was as if I had blocked you. But I didn't. It was the weirdest shit I'd ever seen in my life, you guys. It was bad. And, excuse me, sniffles. Ugh. Anyway, so basically, I changed the phone number. And I gave her the new one, but I don't know if she got hers changed or what happened, which I'm not going to say names, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, we lost contact. Well, I was still worried about her. And when I knew Helene was going to hit Florida, there was somebody who honestly was nasty to me, you guys. Terrible to me. Snapped my head off for trying to help him, right? This shows what kind of person I am. I didn't go, well, Helene, go destroy his house. I didn't do that. I went in when I heard some towns, as soon as I heard specific towns, I went in and started asking Alexa. I said, how far is this from his hometown? Luckily, Helene wasn't near his town that I know of. Milton was closer to him. Milton was closer to the guy than Helene. Because it mentioned a town that I know I had heard him mention, and I ran, as soon as I heard it say the town, one of the towns in Florida, I ran in and asked my device. I said, where is this from his hometown? And I think it was like 100 and, or no, I think it was less than that. I can't remember now. I think it was like 70 some miles away or something like that. And I'm like, ooh, just don't go near his town. I don't know if anything hit his town because we're not in contact because he was nasty to me. But I didn't sit there and wish ill will on him. I won't do that. Because that's not me. I don't wish ill will on anyone. I'm not that type of person. I get treated like dirt, but I never do it back. And I think that's where my daughter learns it. My daughter is too much like me, and I've got to stop, holding things in too, because my daughter does it too. And my daughter, I love the fact that she is a helpful person. But at the same time, I also want her, I want her to help people like she always does. Because I'm that same way. I don't want that side of her to change. What I want her to do is start to get her emotions out more. Because she needs to. Because she don't. So, she needs to definitely get her emotions out more. Anyway. So, I definitely want Kirsty to get her emotions out more because she deserves that. She deserves that right to, put her emotions out there and, talk about things. Anyway, hello, choo-choo train. But, so I interrupted my story to flash back. But anyway, we were watching Max Velocity Severe Weather Center that afternoon during that outbreak. And all of a sudden it said something about Joplin, Missouri. And pardon my language. Again, because this is how I get when I'm passionate about something. And I'm one of these, if somebody's gone through a tragedy already, I'm telling Mother Nature's ass off. And I go, you stay away from Joplin, you motherfucker. I did. Because it was a twister. And I started cussing it out. I did. I was pissed. I did. I went off. You could ask Mama Rocky. She will tell you I did. I start screaming at it. You stay away from there. Because, and I'm laughing at my own goofiness. But, because, you damn well that this tornado is not going to hear you. It's not going to listen to you. But at the same time, just to know that I'm giving a shit. Because that happened when I was, let's see. Let's see. Um, 27 when that F5 hit. I had to do the math in my head. Sorry about that. But that was 2011. I was 27. And I was like, and that stuck with me. It still does. And you should have heard me going the hell off. I'm like, get away from there, get away from there, get away from there. I mean, I did. I dropped an F-bomb or two. Because there were a couple of times where he brought up Joplin, and I'm like, no, not Joplin. Leave that town alone. I did. And she'll be the same way if it happens in Mississippi again. Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah, I will definitely go the hell off. If it happens, if they start mentioning Rolling Fork again, no, leave them alone. If I know a town that's been hit with a tornado, I will definitely be like, get the hell away from there. Mommy, tell them the story about March 2nd, 2012. That was creepy as heck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, basically, I was about to turn 28. Because it was the day before my birthday when this went down. And it was gorgeous outside, guys. I mean, beautiful in Ohio, which is not normal. And so I was basically up in the morning, and I'm thinking I had a doctor's appointment or something that day. I don't remember where I went that day. I went somewhere that day, and I think it was a doctor's appointment. But I came back and I laid down. It was about 11 something when I got back and laid down for a little bit. I got up and I looked out the window and I said, oh my God, it's dark outside like you wouldn't believe. And it was about 2:40 maybe, 3. I think it's like 2:30. And it was dark as hell outside. I mean, I'm like, what is the hell is going on? Well, something made me put on my little shower radio. I had this little shower radio that you could take in there and hang up on your shower. And it can get wet. You know, it's a CD player, but it could get wet because it's waterproof. And so I had it in my lap, and I'm sitting in the chair. And meteorologist at the time, chief meteorologist Jamie Simpson, goes, if we tell you there's a tornado warning in your area, it may be straight line winds, but treat it as if it's a twister. And I'm like, oh shit. He goes, because you never know when there's a tornado stuck in there. He said, it may be straight line winds, but it's just as dangerous because they are really powerful, these storms. And I'm like, oh boy. Well, sure enough, we got a warning. I was in the bathroom, and mind you, I'm wearing these silky thin PJs. Okay, they were like real silky thin. Okay, they were long sleeve pajamas they were like silky-ish. So they were real thin because it was hot. Okay, it was hot outside. So I wore my thinner PJs. And I'm sitting on the floor and I'm freezing my ass off, sitting on the floor in the bathroom with my head down with something over my head. My cat Gretchen was sitting there with me. She had gotten in because she's like, let me in, Mom. So quickly I opened the door, let her in because there wasn't a storm yet. And so we're sitting there, and I could hear the thunder outside about 5 minutes after I just let the cat in. And all of a sudden, I hear the unthinkable. A town in Indiana is completely gone. I'm like, what? Because I was half asleep, y'all, when this was happening. When I had gotten in there, I was half asleep. That woke me up. When I heard that, that scared the piss out of me. And here, it was talking about Marysville and Henryville, Indiana. Both of them were flattened. And I was just horrified. I mean, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that's too close for freaking comfort, y'all. Yikes. And then this year, I was in Virginia in February visiting, and we were watching the movie Twister, and basically we were watching it on the theater system that they had, and I was sitting here, sitting there watching it with them. Well, the next night I get a text from the family asking me if I knew where a certain town was. And it was too close to me, let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say the town because that would give kind of away where I live in the real world here. But they had asked me if I was near this town. And I was like, yeah. And I told them how close I was to it. And I'm not telling you that information. But I'm like, oh my God, because the tornado struck at the time I was watching that movie. And I'm like, so now the joke is, don't watch movies with me if you don't want it to backfire in your face. Praise the Lord, it wasn't like severe, but it was bad enough. It did do some damage, but it didn't completely level the town, praise the Lord. Yikes. But, yeah. Too close for comfort. But, yeah, yikes. And for me, now, if I'm in a tornado, I have to hide in the kitchen closet. because the bathroom is a no safe zone. Because the little boys decide that they are going to open the door. Come on in. Nope. But yeah, so. So yeah, we've decided that's where I decided to move. And also, it's also another safe area because just like that bathroom would have been had they not opened the door all the time, there's a pull cord in there. So if something were to happen, I could yank the emergency pull cord. And they'd know that something's going on here. So that's the advantage of hiding in either one of those places, really. The closet especially, because it's not, they didn't destroy that cord. But yeah. But yeah, I did. I go off. When I see that a place that's been destroyed is in the path of shit again, I'm like, no. Away, away, away. Again, like I said, not that the storm's going to hear you and listen. It's not. Because it has a mind of its own. It's going to do what it's going to do, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Trust me, if I had the power to do that, I would. But sadly, I don't. But they're going to destroy what they're going to destroy. They don't give a shit. Unfortunately. But, yeah. These storms, they don't care what they do. And it's funny because if you listen to some of these guys, they do talk about them as if they're like, well, it did, they talk about them almost with it almost sounds like they use personification when they talk about them too, which honestly I love, because I love personification anyway. So it almost, the way they describe it sometimes, they almost use personification, and I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love personification. I love that type of speech. But the thing that gets me about storm chasers is when they call a tornado beautiful. I'm like, are you in your right mind right now? I would love, and I might even do that just to see what he says. Like, can I ask you, Freddie, how is a tornado beautiful? I just want to know. I'm blind. I'd love to know why you call one beautiful, because I'm curious, just to see what he says. I'm just curious. It's probably just a figure of speech, but I'm just curious. Why do you call a tornado beautiful? Because they're not. At least not in my eyes, because I can't see them. Can you explain why you do that? Because I'm like I am legit curious why. And if one happens to watch this and responds, I'd love it. But why do they call tornadoes beautiful? I would love to know. I seriously would honestly love to know that, because it's like, that is such an oxymoron, if I've ever heard one. A beautiful tornado. Okay. How is that possible? But yeah. So I'm just curious how a tornado is beautiful. I'm just legit curiosity. Curiosity, gets to me. I'm just like, I'm curious. And I am going to comment on one of his videos, because he does do a hell of a good job at describing things, and I love that. I really do love that, and I hope he does see it, because I've made up my mind I am going to do that today, and then I'll let you guys know tomorrow, because I am going to do it, and I'll see if I do get either a response. I'll let you know that I posted it, but I'll also let you know if I get a response from it. So because, I'm just legit curious. I know it's probably just a figure of speech, but I'm just curious what makes a tornado beautiful. I'm curious. Because it is a legit, like, a legit thing. Because, I'm blind. I don't see them. So I'm just curious, what does make a twister beautiful? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Like I said, it's probably just a figure of speech. But at the same time, if it's not, what is it that classifies a twister as beautiful? It's just a curiosity thing. But yeah. The things you think of when you watch these videos and you see this, it's a beautiful tornado. What? That's just, okay. And, again, and that actually triggers something that I've always it's a pet peeve of mine, to be honest with you. That talk actually triggered a pet peeve of mine. When a sighted person tells a blind person, oh, he's hot, he's ugly. What is ugly? What is hot? Because, for example, what one person may think is pretty, somebody else might not. Or ugly or beautiful, somebody else might not think that. So it's like, for me, those words don't mean a thing. Beautiful, pretty, ugly, hot, sexy. The only time those words mean anything is if you're talking about voices. You're talking about voices, I could talk about sexy voices all day long. But to actually look at somebody, that's the advantage I have. I don't see that. I see by voices. I do by voices. I could tell you sexy voices right now. Not that I'm going to do it, but, there are people that I think have the sexiest voice. And then somebody with sighted would see them and they're like, ew, they're ugly. What the hell is ugly? I don't care about looks. I don't know. But yeah. So, it's the stuff that, makes you think. And like I said, that's why with me, when people use those terms, even to describe a storm, it makes me wonder, what is it about the storm that is beautiful? I don't get it. Because I've never seen beautiful. Okay? So it's like, okay, Freddie, what makes this twister beautiful? I don't understand. Help me understand it. Because I don't see. So that's what I want to know. Like, what is it that makes the storm beautiful? Because to me, storms are... To me, if I was to use one of those descriptive words, to me, tornadoes are ugly. Sorry, but to me, they're ugly because they destroy things. They destroy lives. They destroy property. And then to hear a storm chaser call one beautiful, it's like, huh? How could an ugly monster be beautiful? I don't understand. You know what I mean? So I'm going to actually ask him, what makes a twister beautiful? I don't know if it's like, I don't know what the visual is that makes it beautiful. I'm curious. I'm honestly curious, and I know it sounds dumb, but I'm just like, I'm legit curious. Like, what is it? And I'm sure Mama Rocky's going to agree with this. What is it that makes one of these storms gorgeous? Like, what makes it beautiful? I don't get it. It's just something I've always been curious about. Like, what makes a tornado a beautiful sight? And I know it's not the destruction. I know that's not it. I know that for a fact. That's not it. There's something that they do that I'm assuming it's something they do, but it's not that. I know it's not that. I don't know what it is. If it's a color, if it's I don't know. I am so curious. why they do that. And I am so going to ask them, because I'm so curious why they do that. Why a storm chaser calls a twister beautiful. I am so curious. And maybe I can get a response from Freddie. I don't know. I might even, if I see another one comment something, I might even ask Brandon and just see if one of them will respond to me and tell me why they call tornadoes beautiful. Because I am so curious, being blind. It makes me just wonder, because I've never seen a tornado. Don't want it either. No. Mother Nature, if you're watching this video, I do not want to see a tornado. Don't send one my way just because I said that. Anyway, but I've never seen one with my own eyes. Never heard one and don't want to, okay? No. But I'm just curious why these guys say this. Of course, mainly they're men that do this, because men are daredevils. Some women are too, I'm sure, but mainly guys, I've noticed. I don't know any female storm chasers, so if anybody does, please tell me, because I'd watch females too. But but men are usually the daredevil type. I mean, there are women out there, I'm sure, but I don't know. I haven't found any yet, females. So if anybody knows a female storm chaser, tell me, because I'd definitely follow her. And I might even look it up myself. Who knows? I am just so curious why they actually do that, why they call them beautiful, because I am legit curious. So I will definitely be writing up comments and just see what happens. But I will definitely be messaging Freddie, because I'm curious, because he's one of them that did it, and I'm just so curious on why they do that, because I'm just legit, my mind is just legit curious. Because it's just, something I've always wondered. Because, there is something I'm not seeing. I know it. And so I'm just, from legit curiosity. Because when you're blind from birth, there are some things that do pique your curiosity, and you just want to know. Because sighted people, and the reason I'm going to go after him first, and then Brandon, it's because those two are dangerous at describing stuff. They are so good at what they do, both of them. They all have their own little things, but them two, per se, are the two I followed basically first. And so I am so curious, because Freddie is so detailed. And he would be the type, I think, that would give me a good detailed reason why he would say that. So, like I said, there are things that pique my interest. And I'm just, not being able to see it. I love to learn new things, especially about weather. And so I want to know. Because to me, beautiful is like something that's good, something that's, a wonderful sight to watch. I don't see a tornado as beautiful. I don't. I don't see a twister as a beautiful visual. I don't. In my mind's eye, I just see ugly. I just see terror. I just see fear. I just see destruction. I don't see gorgeous. I don't see pretty. I don't see beautiful. You know what I mean? So I'm just legit curious. I'm just legit wondering, because and I'm gonna ask Brandon too, just to see what he does, what he says, because I'm curious. Now, what'll freak me out is if they see this before I get the comments out, which they won't because I'll have the comments up first. But if they happen to ever see this, by the time it happens, not that they ever would, because they're busy and they're famous, but boy, oh boy, that'd be epic if they did. But yeah, I am going to do that. I am making it a point today to write up a comment on both of them's channel and just see what they say. Because I am so curious about that. It's just something's just like, I gotta know. And there are other things that do pique my interest, and I'll mention those down the road when something like that happens again. But, just certain things when you've been born blind, you're just always curious. Curiosity pets the kitty cat. That's one of the phrases I stole from Kitten. I stole it and I'm not giving it back, just kidding. But the other version of that, some people are wondering, well, why did you change it? She hates the phrase, but she forgets the second part of it, so I'm going to remind her. So the whole thing is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. She does not like the phrase curiosity killed the cat. She hates that phrase. But she forgets the second part, so I just had to remind her of the second part. Because, yeah. So, anywho, we're going to find out. I'm going to do some investigating. And if I don't get a comment from them, hopefully down the road I'll run into one somewhere. Hopefully it will be because of something good, not because of a pain in the ass showing up here. Yeah, we don't want one of the beautifuls to show up here. No. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, you guys. Yeah, exactly. We don't want a beautiful tornado to show up here. Like I said, they ain't beautiful. Can you tell I'm sarcastic? To me, they ain't beautiful, but, I could see me now. I could so see me now. I hope it doesn't come to this. I hope I get a response and I don't have to do this. Okay, we're sitting there and the tornado hits, right? And then all of a sudden I go, so y'all, tell me how this thing was beautiful. It just destroyed stuff. How's it gorgeous? How's it beautiful? Tell me. But, I hope I don't have to ever do that. I don't want to do that. Don't make me do that. Please don't make me do that. I really don't want to do that. I don't want one of them things around here. We don't need that. No, because honestly, I pray to God that we don't get one around here, and I'll tell you why. This little town is like rustic. A lot of the buildings were built in the 1800s. I don't want no tornado coming in here and destroying that history. No, stay the hell away from here, you creeps. Anyway, again, not that they'll hear me, but, I will be very angry. I will be very bitter. I won't lie about that. Because these are like rustic buildings. They're older buildings, and they don't, no. We don't want that shit around here. We don't know. That's why I follow Max, because he is so detailed. Like, he'll tell you, this is in the path, this is in the path, that's in the path. That's why I follow him, because he is graphic with where the stupid little beaches are. Because these dumb tornadoes, they don't care where they're going. Because they're dumb. Anyway. Yeah, see, I don't call them good names, because they're not good, they're bad. But anyway. She's having fun today, ranting and talking, doing all kinds of things. Exactly. Taking my wrath out on things that can't do anything. Thank God. Yeah, well, hopefully not. But anyway, because I'm upset just as much as Christy, so I'm getting my emotions out and yelling at tornadoes at the same time. But, not that they'll hear me, but, not that they'd care if they could. Yeah, true that. They'd probably, honestly, knowing how nasty these storms are, if one could hear me, they'd show up right now and go, hi. I'm here to destroy you. How about that? No. How about no? And, that actually triggers something. I had a staff one time. Me and her husband got along really, really well. His name was Jason. And me and him got into a discussion. We got into it big time because we were talking about basically personification. And he said, imagine, he goes, since you have a vivid imagination, because we got into this, and he goes, you know what? He goes, here's what we're going to do. He goes, I want you to picture this. Everything has a story. Whether it's an object, a place, a storm, anything has a story. Imagine if you could actually interview them or talk to them. Yikes! Certain things I wouldn't want to talk to. Like storms, no thank you. Okay, why did you just do that to Carolina, Helene? Come on, what's wrong with you? But yeah, talking to them, yikes, that'd be scary. But like, for example, our country, could you imagine if you got to speak to the United States of America, what she'd say? Yikes. She's got some history, and boy, the stories that she could come up with. Or for example, this town I live in, yikes. The stories this town could tell, because a lot of the buildings are still around from the 1800s. One of them's from 1858. Kitten's hometown. Yeah, Kitten's hometown, same way. The things he could say, because of course that one I think would be a dude. This one too, I think, would be a male, just by their names. Which I'm not giving their names away. But yeah. But, I mean, some of these towns, imagine. Well, and the town that's just a few miles away, not the one that's hit by the tornado, but the other one that's really close by. That one's even older yet. That one's from the 1700s. Could you imagine the stories it could tell? Yikes. That's another thing that piques my interest is thinking about historic places and things like that, but, could tell a story. The stories these places could freaking tell. Oh my God. I love, like I said, I love personification. I love imagination. But, ooh-wee. And, imagine, okay, we're talking about those towns that got destroyed like that. Could you imagine what they could say or would say if they could talk? Like, why did this happen? Like, what happened? Why? They would probably, honestly, I could see them even asking, why do they call tornadoes beautiful? They are not. They're monsters. I could honestly, because it's traumatic. What they went through was trauma. I could actually see them being like, if I was in it, okay, for example, if I was rolling fork, I would call somebody and go, why is a twister gorgeous? Tell me, why? That son of a bitch destroyed me in 3 minutes. Why the hell is it beautiful? Tell me. Why is a tornado beautiful? I don't think so. That's just me. If I was rolling fork or I was Joplin, I'd be like, no, tornadoes are not freaking beautiful. They're uglier than sin. And I'm thinking this from a person perspective, let alone the town itself. I bet if those towns could talk, they'd be agreeing with me. Especially Joplin. Yay. Yay. And like I said, I love personification. My imagination is just all over the place. I love it. And a lot of people make fun of me for it, but you know what? That's why I love to be able to do things like that here, because I can and get away with it. Because I'm protected. I can talk freely about this, because I got protection. Because if mama finds out that I get picked on, not good. But yeah, I'm just like, and Jason did. He's like, things have stories. He goes, your house, since it was passed down from generation to generation, your former house that you lived in with your family would have some stories, especially if it's an older house. And I'm thinking, True. Everything has a story. Imagine airplanes. Oh my word, airplanes. Imagine, because they fly everywhere. And imagine the ones that fly overseas. The stories they could freaking tell about what they've seen. Buses or trucks. Oh God, semi-trucks? Imagine the semi-trucks talking about their drivers and what they've seen. And, they're fun, they're crazy stuff about their drivers. My driver, he just loves his country music. But, yeah, Oh, yeah, and I'm getting a smell of something in the air. Your Christmas tree. I will tell that story in the Christmas season, but some Christmas trees. I had one that there was something that actually legit happened. And I wish I had a recording of it, because, oh my word, you guys, it was incredible. It also brought tears, but at the same time, it was incredible what happened. But yeah, I will definitely tell that story. I have some stories I could tell for Vlogmas, and I'll definitely do that. Because yeah, it definitely was interesting. So I will definitely be doing that and tell some stories. So maybe for Advent, I'll do some Christmas story times. I'll write up some stories. I'll look that up and just write it down and do my own version of an Advent calendar for A Match Made in Heaven and talk about different Christmas stories that I can remember and go from there. So this year might be Advent story time. I don't know yet, depending on if I can pull it off. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We are gonna have some fun this Christmas season. I'm gonna make sure of that. So, because I do know I'm gonna be going to the company and doing some crafts and stuff like that. So you'll get to see that, as well as we're gonna do some Christmas light seeing and stuff like that. So, and like I said, they love being recorded. They do not care. Because, I warned them in advance. That way people don't go, oh my God, you're taping people without their permission. No, I'm not. Nope. Oh no, they freaking love it. Honestly, I could see them being like, why aren't we included? Because they love the virtual too. They love what I'm doing. They think it's awesome. They freaking love it. Like my sister that I basically adopted, part of the reason I haven't uploaded all of Christie's yet is because the one part I need to get another part of it done for her one, the gift one. So if she does get some uploaded, it won't be her gift from Nana until tomorrow, because Lisa's not coming out until tomorrow. But basically, I want to do something and include Lisa. So she's probably going to be reading her that, because I'm going to see if she's willing to read it to her. So we're going to have some fun. And then we'll put that together. So we'll read that and go from there and read her little book to her. Because of course I can't. It's in print. But I will tell you that my staff, Tiffany, is investigating. And I might even get Kate on it too, to see if more than one person can investigate and find out. Mommy. Tiffany is doing some research. And I'm probably going to put Kate on this too, just to see if more than one person can help us. Tiffany made a comment. She said, I wonder if they have it in Braille. If there is one out there in Braille somewhere. Or even audio. So we're going to do some research and find out if there is. And I might even see if Kate can help investigate. So yeah, we're going to see about that. And I'm going to get Kate on it. Because if there is, we might end up with an extra one next year of the gift. You know what I mean? without giving it away. But yeah, because I'm gonna get because Tiffany's already looking, but we're gonna see if Kate can help too, because Kate has other sources as well that Tiffany don't have. So yeah, we're gonna, here's things that pique my curiosity, because the print book is not helping somebody who can't see. So yeah. Because, print just don't work. So yeah. And then we're going to have a boatload of fun. I'm telling you, we're going to have a great time. That's what I'm hoping to do. So we are going to have a great, great time. That's what my goal is. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to find ways to make things work out. So I'm looking forward to Christmas. Now that I have a reason to do Advent and things like that and do Vlogmas, we're going to have some fun. We are going to have some fun. And I'm going to try to do a second Christmas song so that we can still split the segments up like I do for the regular year. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We are going to have so much fun. And I think I know what I'm going to do for that. So yeah, I've got the idea brewing in my head right now of what I want to do. And I don't know if I'm going to put that one song as the middle or the outro. It just depends on what happens. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm looking forward to this because I have the idea brewing. I'm just hoping to basically get all that done and all the fun we're going to have. Oh, and I might even be helping to plan the company party, so, because I love Christmas time, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have fun. Tell ya. And like I said, next week we're gonna split some of the Thanksgiving vlogs up. Having fun and doing some good stuffs. And I mean, like I said before, my therapist would have, oh my God, he would have loved this. He'd have been, I told Mom, I said, he would have came there and squished you for this. And that's the truth. He would have loved to meet Mom. He would, oh God. I could see him now if he were still my therapist. He'd been like, well, let's call her. I want to talk to her. I want to meet her. I know what he would have done. My therapist, he would have loved to have met her. Because he was a blast. Yum. That coffee was good. Now I'm gonna go rinse this cup out. That was good. Yummy. Beep, beep. Hi, Bart. See? Beep. What are you beeping at, person? But anyway, guys, another long chat, but hey, you know, it was worth it. I haven't been able to chat for a few days doing things, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys. I'm sure it'll be later because I'm going to be getting beep. Okay, car, we hear you beeping. I don't know what you're beeping at, but okay. We will definitely be hearing a lot of great things today because I'm hoping to get all this stuff uploaded sometime today, this afternoon, this evening, depending on what's going on. And yeah, but I will definitely have that stuff going, and I will see you soon right here on A Match Made in Heaven, Eternal Love Forever. Have a great day. Enjoy all the craziness that we decide to upload today, and I will see you soon.